Kids love Joel McHale. Adults love Joel McHale. Everybody loves Joel McHale. And soon he's joining the pantheon. I will use the word pantheon.
Whoa.
Pantheon of game show hosts.
He guest hosted this show.
Look at that huge ass chip he's holding in his hand. Every game needs a wild card. Card Sharks coming up on Sunday night on ABC. Our buddy Joel McHale. How are you, Joel?
I'm still, each of those chips weighs about 45 pounds, so it's a great workout.
Well, you do flies with that, right? I know, and your workout, right?
Absolutely. With the amount of HGH running through my veins.
Joel, the quiet parts shouldn't be said out loud like that. You just don't do that.
I'm so sorry. Oops. What is this, Major League Baseball 10 years ago?
No, I think once upon a time Gene Rayburn got sat down because he talked about juicing. And I don't want your game show to be a problem, okay? Just don't want it.
I do love watching the old match game on the Game Show Network because it is the most wonderful jailbreak watching Betty White, Richard Dawson.
Fanny Flagg.
They're all drunk or slightly buzzed, and it's great. It's just, I was just like that. It's always like 1974, and their outfits all look like they're in a musical now, and it's just incredible.
Brett Summers and Charles Nelson Riley smoking a pipe on the top row, and it's funny, you could see them every now and then on TV, and I was sitting there watching with my 9-year-old the other day, Joel, watching an old match game, and the clue was so-and-so just got fired, John just got fired, and he's so embarrassed because he was replaced by a blank. And we're sitting there going, robot or something, and the female contestant said woman, and all 6 of the people said woman, and they matched it, and my son was so confused, and I'm like, different time, Coop.
Different
time. Different time.
Oh, there are. I'm amazed at some of the stuff they allow on the Game Show Network because some of the answers are pretty rough.
It's amazing. You can't believe this was on television back in the day, but
right.
It was.
I'm literally racking my brain right now trying to think of an example that is not going to end up with big trouble.
Well, I gave you one. I mean, seriously, my son, he was so confused, and I just shook my head. I'm like, just different time. But I cannot wait for Card Sharks. Do you have a long microphone as well, like Gene Rayburn, or no?
Well, as you know, Gene Rayburn died when he impaled himself on that.
No.
Went up through his nose and came out the back of his skull. So, no, Alec Baldwin on the match game, the new one. He has the solid gold one. So I like to call it a pedestrian or typical mic.
Okay.
I wouldn't try to take that.
Yes, I did not see the debut of Card Sharks this past week, but I will be locked in because I love you and I just love the show. It's such a simple game to play.
It's very simple, but with each, I hate to, you know me. I'm the first person to be sarcastic about everything, anything that moves. And when these people win, they can win like $600,000, which is in the spectrum of game show winnings these days.
That's a lot.
I think millionaire is the only thing that comes close. And by the way, speaking of big winnings, you and I were on the pyramid together.
Yes, we were.
And that was. And guys, who's ever listening, Rich Eisen was terrifying at how quick he was. And the only reason why you didn't get to the $100,000 is because the very nice woman who was super quick, she said the clue out loud.
She read it.
Was trying to. She read it.
She read it. Yes, and I'll tell you what, Joel. And I don't know if this speaks about me more than anything else. If it's a window into my soul, that pissed me off because she ruined it for me. That's not the usual sort of general sense you're supposed to have in a game show, but it pissed me off.
And the network had a very hard time hiding your rage because you turned bright red and you gripped the side, the things that you ripped your chair apart practically out from underneath you, and Strahan had to restrain you. It was
Stray had to restrain me. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.